ready? Yes, you bet. We're all ready. Right?
Here they come for round number one. Heat number one and 14 deep at the top. Four going. On the pole in the DNK Chevrolet out of Hollow, man, Johnny Clark. To the outside in the Souza excavation, Henry's Concrete Chevrolet number 5, Henry Hudson the third. 20 laps to qualify. The top four will transfer. Here we go. Green flag.
Johnny Clark takes the jump down into turn number 1. Henry Hudson will follow. The 51 of Ricky Rolfe, he's looking to take over spot number 3, and the 87 of Charlie Colby's running 4. The battle right now. The 09 of Trevor Sanborn, the 78 of Brent Wiggins. Stevie Knowlton makes a charge up the inside. Ben Rowe will follow him as well as Cassius Clark.
Bobby MacArthur goes to the garage. Dwayne Jarvis is working his way. Dwayne Jarvis is working his way in the 21.
And Cassius Clark just got into the back of Ben Rowe down in 1. Got by him. He'll take chase after Stevie Knowlton off 4.
On the bubble rise, Charlie Colby, the number 87. The Colbys Tire and Auto Chevrolet. Stevie Knowlton, who ran second 1 year ago, kind of on the way into the field.
The 8 automobile of Cassius Clark, he wants into the big show because he's all over the rear bumper of Steve Knowlton. Knowlton, he's up underneath Charlie Colby now.
Last year's runner-up coming towards the front. He's in the top 4 now. Benji Rowe, the 2003 our defending champion, not in the top 4 yet.
And you can see the last year's Pro Stock winner, Ricky Rolfe, he's not satisfied with just being in the show right now. He wants to start further to the front.
He's trying to do a little bit better than third on the grid. Johnny Clark, he's going to be feeling pretty good, mighty fine right now. Here comes Dwayne Jarvis. He wants track time.
Charlie Colby slipped all the way to the tail end of the field nearly. He's got handling troubles with that car. Clark, he's kind of checked out up front. We come down for lap number 7. Still Clark, Hudson, Rolfe, and Knowlton.
Long ways to go and still time to get there. And Ben Rowe and Mike Maeda are coming. Ricky Rolfe continues to look outside of Henry Hudson. They both want to do better.
They need to be careful as they battle each other. They'll lose ground to Steve Knowlton, and he may even try to get up underneath them both. Meanwhile, Clark still out front, looking to gain more space over Henry Hudson. Rolfe looks to the low side of Hudson. He can't get anything done in 2. He'll see if he can't try it one more time coming off 4. Clark, he's the leader at lap 10. Halfway, heat number 1.
Johnny Clark, Henry Hudson, Ricky Rolfe, Knowlton, then Cassius Clark and Ben Rowe, Mike Maeda and Parcio Davo, Ryan Moore, Charlie Colby,
That battle in between Henry Hudson and Ricky Rolfe has allowed the trio of Knowlton, Clark, and Ben Rowe to close right in. There'll be a battle here in another lap or so for that fourth spot for sure.
Ben Rowe's looking outside.
Rowe going into turn 3, trying to drive it deep to get on the outside of Cassius Clark. Can't make it stick. He'll drop back in behind. There'll be 3 to go this time by. No change up front. Clark, he's pretty well safe. Hudson, he's holding off all of them still.
Henry Hudson looking for his best start ever in the BankNorth Oxford 250. Johnny Clark looking for the pole. Ben Rowe looking to find a way around Cassius Clark. White flag next time, and Rowe's got his nose in there. Clark closes the door.
Clark leads him down off turn 2, headed down the backstretch. Hudson, he'll hang on to spot number 2 at this point. Rowe still looking under Cassius Clark. But the winner of the BankNorth heat number 1, Johnny Clark. Henry Hudson, Ricky Rolfe, and Stevie Knowlton. Cassius Clark, Ben Rowe. They will round out your top 5.
Mike Rowe, Danny McKeag. No, McKeag, or is he primed? McKeag has never started a BankNorth Oxford 250. He would love to get into the top 4 here. Green, green, green!
This time down into turn 1, McKeag will hold his own on the outside of Mike Rowe. Billy Rogers sneaks up the inside, but McKeag wants to keep the battle going down into 3.
Casey Gordon is right there. Bossy having a good first lap. Gigi Gravel is there.
Trouble over there in turn number 2.
Scott Alexander and Peter Oakes, and they've got problems. Pierre Debris has made a deposit on the backstretch. Danny McKeag and Billy Rogers and Tracy Gordon and Paul Bossy and Gigi Gravel. Jared Wilby, Gail Sanborn, Mickey Green, Dougie Shores, Dodo Blackman.
Green flag coming out. Again, McKeag trying to hold his own on the outside of Mike Rowe. He'll drift up a little bit, and Billy Rogers again sneaks under down the backstretch.
Billy Rogers is there.
Tracy Gordon, he's going to hang with Billy Rogers on the low side. McKeag, he's going to drift back. He's going to want to try to get inside as soon as he can.
He just wants him to pull away enough and hook it ahead of Paul Bossy so he can drop down on the bottom.
If I was McKee's spotter, that's just what I would have told him to do.
About a lap and a half ago.
Now Bossy, he's moved up into spot number 5 under McKeag, and he's gonna get into him.
Oh, Danny around the circle! He tried to turn down and it just didn't go that way. Dougie Shore's got a tire going down.
Bossy, he's got a tire rub on the right front from the contact up there with McKeag. That's two guys racing for a spot in the BankNorth 250. They're getting ready to go green up on turn 4. They get it. Mike Rowe with Billy Rogers to the outside. Can Rogers do anything with Rowe?
Bossy's going to try to find a way down to the bottom in a hurry. Jared Roby's going to take the spot away. Billy Rogers turns left. He's all set.
He knew what he had to do, and the spotter was aware. Tracy Gordon's up there, and he will give battle to Mike Rowe for sure.
Well, Tracy would just make sure that he was in the field before he'd get crazy. He'd been around a while. And unless he is a lot faster than the... Billy Rogers almost gave Jared Roby the room he needed.
Tracy Gordon still going to hang on tight to the rear bumper of Mike Rowe, waiting for that elusive mistake.
Dodo's doing a little Alabama dirt driving.
If you watch the 14G, he'll move up a little bit of the track. The 24, he'll move up a little bit of the track.
Mike Rowe definitely wants that outside pole in the front row like he had 1 year ago.
The move by Billy Rogers to get down on the inside was maybe what keeps him half to halfway into this race.
Dougie Shores goes to the garage at lap number 11. Gigi Gravel goes to the garage at lap number 11. Steve Howard didn't make the initial green. It is Rowe, Gordon, Rogers, and Roby. Mickey Green, Paul Bossy, Danny McKegg.
You got to know that Steve Howard knew that he was not going to be allowed to stay on the racetrack, but that was a test.
Oh, Mickey Green just goes over the back corner of Jared Roby and yellow flag.
Coming off 4, they get it. Mike Rowe gets the jump. That leaves Tracy Gordon hung on the outside as Billy Rogers tries to stay low. Tracy powers him down the backstretch. He's got to try to get in so that he can put chase on to Mike Rowe. Bossy battling McKee. That's for spot number 4. And there's 6 laps to go. Dodo Bachman, Mickey Green. That means Brockman, he'll get away free and clear. Will stay green. There's 4 laps to go when they get here. So it's Mike Rowe in the K&K Excavation automobile, Tracy Gordon. He's in the S&F Crane automobile. The Bill Dodge Chevrolet, that belongs to Billy Rogers, and the LR McKee's number 40. That's your top 4 as we have 3 to go. Jared Roby gets into the back of the 92. He's trying to fight his way back. 2 to go this time by. White flag is out. Mike Rowe, Tracy Gordon, Billy Rogers, Danny McKee, Bossy, the only one that's got a chance, but I don't think he has time. The checker is out. Mike Rowe, Tracy Gordon, Billy Rogers, Dan McKee, Paul Bossy will go to the consolation round, along with Jared Roby.
Jeff Taylor almost happy, and Dale Shaw not quite as gleeful. Trying to sneak on the bottom. Dale Shaw is in a hurry to get there.
He knows the fast way around's on the inside. Donnie Whitten, he's stuck on the outside. He slips up. That's going to let at least 2 or 3 cars go. He gathers it up. Jeff Taylor's now third.
And Dale Shaw sneaks up to 4th. One little bobble of the wheel, and Donnie Whitten's not having a good day right now. Bucks on the move. Ricky Morse goes off the pace. The St. Albans Express.
Jeff White, he was most excited to get into the 250 last year. He's looking to get underneath on the inside of Teddy Christopher.
Alan Tyler pulls it back together. Ricky Morse will go down early in the program. Christopher, White, Taylor, and Shaw. Then Gorvey and Whitten and Andy Saunders, Billy Wolf, Scott Schubach, Bill Truman, and Curtis Gary.
Jeff White gets a real strong run coming off turn 2. Coming off turn 4, he gets as much bite. Christopher battles coming off, but he gets in much stronger. If he drifts up much more, Bob, this will be over because White is right there looking.
Christopher, kind of a diamond effect coming between turns 3 and 4. And that usually is not the way to drive Oxford. Working for him right now, but for how long? It's only lap 8 and there are 12 to go after that.
Looks like Dale Shaw in the 60 is moving up just a little bit to try to look to see if he can make a run on the outside in the American Air Systems car.
Well, Jeff Taylor just in front of him knows his way around here with 8 track championships and a whole bunch of wins. Christopher keeps opening that door, and before he's done, Jeff Taylor will... Oh! Christopher goes around!
Shaw trying to make a power move to the outside of Jeff White. Christopher's
Larkin is out. And the 50 is going to go back there with the 24C at the rear of the field.
Shaw, Taylor. Side by side, down into 1. Dale Shaw, he gets the jump off turn number 2. Jeff Taylor will look low.
Gorvey is there. Scott Schubach comes up on the inside of Donnie Whitten. 11 down and 9 to go.
Donnie Whitten just cannot get to the inside. He kept trying the first time around. He's kept trying this time. He just can't get down there. Schubach, he's in spot number 4. Wolf, he's trying to look for it to get into the race.
Well, Wolf is already in by virtue of winning a race back in the month of May, but he wants to do it a better way. Dale Shaw and Jeff Taylor. Curtis Gary goes to the garage. Scott Schubach still on the bubble. 5 to go this time by.
caution about the last altercation back there in turn number 3. May want to keep an eye on that. It's still up front with 3 to go this time by Dale Shaw, Jeff Taylor, Dave Gorvet, and Scott Chabot. The 5th place runner is Billy Waugh.
Well, Wolf is trying to find a way, but he knows he's in the big dance, one way or another. Dale Shaw, a little more running room the last couple of laps. Turns up the wick just a bit.
He'll get the white flag.
White flag. Billy Waugh. Looks like he might have backed off early.
Dale Shaw, the winner, heat number 3. He'll start from the inside of row number 2.
Andy Saunders, Donnie Whitten, and then Waugh. Stand reserve. Now living in Mooresville, North Carolina. Racetown, USA, by the way.
It's Meserve and Keel. No. You don't suppose there's a little intimidation factor there for poor Travis Keel right now to have Winston Cup star Kurt Busch behind him, but he wants to get a run off Stan Meserve just as bad and get into the big show.
Oh yeah, Kurt Busch out of Las Vegas, Nevada, the Crown Royal Ford Taurus. Green, 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 green!
Meserve. Oh, contact between the 4 and the 24. That lets Andy Shaw go up the inside. Andy goes up the inside. Busch gets a little contact from Scott Mulkern.
Everybody's moving along. Whoa! Andy Shaw fighting the wheel. He calls Busch.
Meserve, he jumps away to a 5-car length advantage over the 4.
Tony Ricky and then Travis Keel and then Scott Mulkern, John Fleming, Larry Joannis, Busch, Tony Rowe, Jeremy Ward, Jimmy Weymouth, Andy Shaw, and Scott Miller. And that was a wild couple of turns between turn 1 and turn 3 on lap number 2.
Mulkern just got in underneath Travis Keel. He got down below the curbing to do it. Keel's hang on to spot number 4. And it's a long way back then to the 97 F of John Fleming.
Mulkern goes to the bottom side of Tony Ricky. Mick's trying to make the move to the bottom side of Larry Joannis, and it won't take him long to get there. Stan Meserve rolling it all.
Mulkern trying to chase on. Tony Ritchie, he's still in spot number 3. Travis Keel trying to get into spot number 3, battling up there, and then again, still it's at least 10 car lengths back to John Fleming. We need a caution to tighten up this field.
Be halfway this time through, 10 down and 10 to go. Halfway home, 10 down, 10 to go. on the bottom side of John Fleming's Dodge. Bush right there in the crown royal for Taurus.
No change up front, still Meserve over Mulkern. Bush goes around the outside of John Fleming. Larry Delinas has got 4 laps to catch Travis Keel.
To go. Joanna's up to 5th. Kurt Busch back to 6th. Stan Meserve in command. White flag time. Stan Meserve in the PT Watch Chevrolet. Scott Mulker in the Community Pharmacies Dodge. Tony Rickey in the number 4. Travis Keel, the 24K, make the big show. Former winner Larry Gelinas, Kurt Busch, and John Fleming, the next 3 after that. The Dodge Stratus Pace Car, the 2004 edition of Grabbing Life by the Horns, comes down pit road. Kevin Kibble, Ronnie Somerville. Chuck LaChance and Gary Drew. Green, 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 green.
Kimball got a little bit sideways right off the start, and that jumbled everybody up, but he got it going.
Something happened to Chuck LaChance. Kevin Kibble, Lonnie Somerville, Gary Drew, the Bulldogs ready.
Somerville just tried to drop low on Jay Sands. He almost got around sideways, but Sands let him in. Bilodeau gives chase, and here comes Maeda on the outside.
Somerville with a new motor after losing it in practice yesterday. Someone like Halifax with a new power plant is working pretty good right now. Kind of settling into his Philippine down the backstretch. Jay Sands on the bubble, and Bub Bilodeau and Mike Maeda and Brocky Gary and Timmy Brockett and Scott Robbins and Matt Kenseth are behind that.
I wouldn't be surprised if somebody told Matt Kenseth to get on the bumper of that 72 car and follow him right around, because Robbins, a former winner of the BankNorth 250.
Kevin Kimball and Gary Drew and Lonnie Somerville, Jay Sands.
Kimball doing a fine job as we reach the halfway point of holding off Gary Drew, but Sands get it into Somerville in turn 3. That's going to make chaos.
Oh, we go! Gonna jumble on a rumble going for another qualifying spot. Bill Drew moves up and Blocky Gary's trying to come along with him, and around goes Big John Pippin. Kansas looks to the outside of Somerville.
Sands is still on the outside of Blocky Gary. Blocky Gary now firmly holds on to spot number 4. Sands going to try to dive back, but now he's got Maeda on the inside. Brackett looking for some room.
It is Kevin Kimball and Gary Drew and Bob Bilodeau and Blocky Gary, Jay Sands and Maeda. Brackett, Robbins, Johnson, Kenseth, and Somerville. Scott King got a vicious tire up on the number 11. 6 laps to go.
With 6 to go, Bob, it's got Gary Drew on fire. He has been all over the back of Kevin Kimball. Time and time again, I've seen him look to the inside, look to the outside. Now he's going to look out, duck low, still can't do anything. Bob Bilodeau and young Blocky Gary doing a good job in the CA Rice 44.
He's in the top 4, and that's all he wants. Robbins continues to assault the outside in the 72. RollAuburn.com Ford.
Drew making a run to the outside. He's not going to be able to make it stick.
He's just working the outside and the inside and trying to get Kevin Kimball to make a little miscue. But you know Gary Drew, he's not satisfied to run second. He wants to be a qualifying 1 with 2 to go.
Gary Drew gets a run on the outside going down the backstretch. He's got to drive it deep on the outside of Kimball. Kimball gives him room.
White flag!
Gary Drew is going to pull even down in 1. This is going to be a race for the winner of heat number 5.
Kimball still with us, half car length advantage. Drew bails it in hard, too hard. Kimball, Drew, Bilodeau and Gary.
Jay Sands, Maeda, Timmy Brackett. Jocelyn, Robbins, and Kenseth round up that field. They'll all head back off into the consolation rounds.
Pace cars on the pit road. LaPro, who made the 250 field 1 year ago, trying to do it week to week. Here we go with Alan Wilson on the outside and green flag.
Wilson trying to go on the outside. If he can make it stick, he'll be the first to do so.
Down the back stretch. LaPro's got some horsepower coming up off the corner. Al Hammond is in along with Tebow. And Alan Wilson just is not going to back off until he got in trouble. He got a 2-1 turn 4 and sayonara Susie.
What a job he did at hanging on to that thing. And he's going to be able to drop in front of Scott Watts.
Sammy Sessions got a little bit of a break, and Al Hammond is now second. Nephew Brad follows up on the inside. Tebow is still on the outside. And Sean Tucker is there too. Patrick LaPro and Al Hammond.
Sam Sessions, he gets into the back of him.
Oh, helter-skelter, here we go left and here we go right. And I believe we'll have a yellow on this one. I think they're all caught up together in turn 3. Eaton begins to drive away. Tucker is doing likewise, but I don't think Richie Dearborn can. Yeah, he will.
number 6, it's still Patrick LaPearl, Al Hammond, Brad Hammond, and Sammy Sessions. Sessions goes to the outside of Brad Hammond. He's got smoke coming off the right front corner of that automobile. Let's hope it doesn't give him any tire trouble.
He's got a tire rub, and that'll put more heat in that tire, and sometimes it works and sometimes it don't. And right now it's working well. Brad Hammond.
He got into the side of Sammy just a touch. That made him squirrely. Now won't Kurt Tebow up into spot number 4.
And Alan Wilson's back up to 5th after all of his earlier disasters. Sessions going to try to go on the bottom side of Al Hammond. He makes it work.
I was told this morning that the sudden one, Sammy Sessions, was one of the fastest cars to watch. He's rolling it out right here in the qualifying run. He's going to try to chase down Patrick LaPearl.
Halfway, 10 down and 10 to go with Tebow on the bubble. And Alan Wilson closing in on him. Then Brad Hammond and Joe Bessie and Corey Williams. Sean Tucker, Richard Eaton, Jimmy Emerson, and Scott Watts. And then back to the leader, Patrick LaPearl. And Alan Wilson all over the 28.
Over, under, he's trying to get around Kurt Tebow. He's got 8 laps to get it done. Sessions, 7 laps away. Can he not only catch him, can he get around Patrick LaPearl?
By the way he is caught up, it's going to be interesting. Sam Sessions got in one fine race car right now. It'll be 5 to go.
Sessions has caught him.
Trying on the outside. Gotta be patient out there. If you're patient, you can probably do it. And right now, he's looking rather patient to me.
Sam Sessions is not mashing the throttle coming off the turn. He's doing it with finesse. He has to have the car right on the edge to get around Patrick LaPearl. They are side by side coming off turn 2. Sessions, can he get a run?
He's got one going into 3. How does he handle turn 4? 2 to go, and it is the OX out front. Brad Hammond spinning around, white flag, Sam Sessions, and Patrick LaPearl and Al Hammond. Oh my goodness. Sam Sessions makes a statement.
Sessions is the winner. LaPearl comes home second. Al Hammond is third and Kurt Tebow is 4th. The 53 of Alan Wilson. He'll go to the consolation round.
Okay, 6 heats and 24 have qualified. There are 3 consolations coming up, and that will make some more people very, very happy, and the mini stocks are ready for their main event. This is the consolation round, 20 cars on the grid, and just 4 make the BankNorth 250. Cassius Clark, Ben Rowe, Mike Maeta down to the bottom. Ring, 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 ring.
The 92, he did not come up to speed on that start at all, but he was able to get it down. Oh, Maeta gets into him. It's going to stack them all up. They straighten out. Maeta still looks to the inside of the 92.
Sanborn fighting the wheel in the 92. It just don't want to turn. many times can he come down in front and chop people off?
As the 92 holds up the field a bit, that's going to allow Cassius Clark and Ben Rowe to run away. They've got a 20-25 car length lead over the rest of the pack. Now Mayetta goes to the outside.
Mayetta Sr. works up. Sanborn's still trying to make the car go straight, and Poncho's looking outside. Together.
That'll move up Dan McKeague into spot number 4.
Poncho is running. He'll drive it away. Benji Rowe, Cassius Clark, Mike Mayetta, and Danny McKeague. Brent Wiggin and Charlie Colby and Dwayne Jarvis.
So it's still Ben Rowe, Cassius Clark, Mike Mayetta Sr., and Dan McKeague.
Ben Rowe, Cassius Clark, Mayetta, and McKeague, the top 4. Halfway home. Dougie Shore trying to make the 51 go better for the hooligan race. Brent Wiggin rides in spot number 5, Dwayne Jarvis in spot number 6, and Jared Roby and Charlie Colby. Ben Rowe trying to defend his BankNorth 250 championship of 1 year ago. 6 more times to stay where he is, and he'll have a chance. But he'll do it from the 25th starting position. The first 4 look like they're basically home free, although Ben Rowe is getting up to slow traffic. Next time by 2 to go. Popsicle sticks, Ben Rowe, Cassius Clark, Mike Mayetta, and Danny McKeague, 2 to go.
I've been watching further back, Bob, and Mickey Green is all over Brent Wiggin because the 5th place finisher in this race will start pole position in the hooligan race.
Benji Rowe gonna win his consolation round. Cassius Clark, Mike Mayetta Sr., and Danny McKeague will be the the top four.
Brent Wiggin, the 78, he'll come home in 5th with Nicky Green 6th. And he will start pole in the non-qualifiers race.
One of those guys with a long ways to go and a short time to get there.
Tries to make it stick on the outside. There's a hole there. If he can get in it, but Billy Wolf, he's going under Donnie Whitten.
They're kind of stacking things up, and here comes Christopher in a hurry.
Kurt Busch is in the spot number 5. He's trying to get around the zero of Billy Wolf.
Wolf is working on Whitten, and Busch is working on Wolf, and Larry Gelinas is trying to catch Andy Saunders.
Looks like he struggles just a bit up off the turns because Wolf, Busch, and Christopher all gain coming down. Jeff White up under Teddy Christopher. White trying to make it stick. Christopher battles back. He'll drift up high. White takes over the spot.
Andy Saunders getting away from Larry Gelinas. Whitten still putting up with Wolf, and Wolf sees Kurt Busch in his back window.
Kurt Busch hanging on tight to Wolf.
Jeremy Wolf, Tommy Rhodes, Jimmy Weymouth must wonder if the world's coming to an end. And everybody, breathe deep. You've got to have a restart. Andy Saunders looking like he is happy sitting there. Kurt Busch chomping at the bit. That Crown Royal Ford is good, but he's not in the top 4 yet. Here they come. Grain, 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 grain.
Well, my guess is that you can burn up some wrenches because Larry Gelinas just took the lead from Andy Saunders like nothing.
And Billy Wolf is riding on the outside of Donnie Whitten, and Kurt Busch is coming on the bottom.
Kurt Busch fills the hole. Donnie Whitten, he'll pull up ahead. Wolf gonna try to set in behind it. Will he try to battle the outside?
Which is more, 97 or 0? Well, Busch has got to the bubble spot. Kind of got to want to protect that, but not give it away either. You'd rather be first, but you'll settle for 4th, and Larry Gelinas at halfway, 10 down and 10 to go, is the race leader. Saunders and Whitten and Busch, Wolf, Tardif and Christopher, White, Rowe, Weymouth, Shaw, Fleming, Moore, Gary and Jeremy Wolf.
Kurt Busch is in the show, but he wants more. He's been ducking under Donnie Whitten, and Whitten cannot go to the outside. We've seen that before. He struggles anytime that car gets up out of the first groove, and Kurt Busch, I think, knows it, or his spot has been on the radio to him saying if he can get up just a little, you can chase the leaders.
Well, he puts a nose in there, hoping that Whitten drifts up on his own. A la Kurt Busch is the king. 5 to go the next time by.
Joanna Saunders. They're up front with the race of all with 5 laps to go. Donnie Whitten, Kurt Busch, and Billy Wolf.
Oh, the 87 cars that came to Oxford today are finding is a tough company to pull with. He's got that nose in there again.
3 to go. Donnie Whitten is doing a remarkable job, such a young, relatively rookie pro-stock type driver.
Been around about 4 years now in the fast company. He's got fast company on the back bumper. Busch lets him know he's right there, and Whitten going, please. 1.5 laps to go now, 1 to go. It is all or never now down the backstretch. Joannis is in. Saunders is in. Whitten and Busch are in.
And Billy Wolf will go to the outside of the front row for the non-qualifiers race.
The hooligan happening. Here they come. Green, 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 green.
Sands and Wilson fly off turn 2. Wilson looking to get a little bite on the outside. Sands battles back. Wilson drives it in deeper. They're going to be side by side at lap 1.
Jay Sands will have the advantage.
Wilson ducks right in low. Sands slips up. Wilson goes to the inside, but he cannot hold his hands. Got a better run, and now Ryan Moore moves up to the outside.
Yeah, no, that's Corey Williams. Mayetta on the bottom, Corey Williams up high, Brackett is there, Bessie is there, Jocelyn, Robbins, Kenseth, and look out! Oh, Rich Eaton comes together with Jimmy Emerson. And Kenseth will go around in a circle. Joe fires it right up.
Bessie checked up because there was trouble, and he thought, I would say that Jocelyn and him checked up. That Kenseth checked up, and Scott can't get into the back of him.
So it is now Sands and Wilson and Mayetta and Brackett, and then Corey Williams, Jocelyn and Bessie and Scott Robbins still struggling. The Oxford point leader and former champion. Emerson lifts it back to the garage. 5 down and 6 down and 14 to go this time by. Ronnie Somerville kind of had a problem. Brackett is in the big show. Mayetta and Wilson are in. Jay Sands is in. And they'd like to keep it just like that. Corey Williams showing a little smoke off the 47.
Glenn Jocelyn wants to get a shot to get to Timmy Brackett. So he takes a shot at Corey.
Oh, that'll be the end of Williams for a moment. Yellow, yellow, yellow. I think he got out of harm's way by just keeping the clutch out and cranking on the starter. We're going green, 12 down, 8 laps to go. Green, 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 green! Brackett gonna give up the spot to Glenn Jocelyn. Here comes Robbins.
And Kenseth is off the pace in the 17.
And he may have a tire going down. And Kenseth, tire down in the 17. He'll go to the hooligan race.
And way up back. Still Alan Wilson trying to hang on to the outside groove around Jay Sands.
5 to go.
Wilson and Timmy Brackett back there in about 6th place. They have showing very strong cars on the outside, as strong as any we've seen at all today.
My other on the bottom side of Alan Wilson just wants to ride in the rocking chair. Alan Wilson knows he's got to stay out there and knows he's got to stay smooth. Right now, Jocelyn is in. Robbins and Brackett are trying to get in. When they come home, and Alan Wilson just is going to try.
Jay Sands giving Alan Wilson plenty of room, and a lap and a half away. Wilson noses out in front as he drives it deep down into turn 3. The white flag! Side by side, this one will be a thriller.
Alan Wilson likes to ride outside. He's trying to make it work throughout the day. Up off the corner, Jay Sands and Alan Wilson in that order. Then Mayetta, Jocelyn, Robbins, and Brackett.
Robbins, Brackett, Bessie, Dearborn, King, and the rest will go to the non-qualifiers race.
Pace car is in. Billy Wolf, Dwayne Jarvis, green flag. In the big dance, but he's trying to find out how the car's going to race. Matt Kenseth could make it that way, but he wants to race his way in. And Scott Robbins, he knows he could go in, but he wants to race. And Alan Tardif is just hoping that something happens to Billy Orr. One way or another, Alan Tardif is making a game out of this. since 2 o'clock this afternoon. Coming out, you got one sitting in turn 3. $8,500, last call for 50-50. My goodness, it's big. Green, green, green. Billy Robin, Richie Dearborn, and Joe Bessie. Jared Roby, Teddy Christopher, Andy Shaw. Long ways to go. Bessie, Dearborn. Oh, they rub a little bit. Dearborn goes low. Christopher is wagging around out there 3 wide. Bessie, problems in the number 16. Billy Root, Richie Dearborn, Andy Shaw. Kent is moving up through the field. Kent moving underneath Brad Hammond down the backstretch. All the way up to 6. I'll tell you what, Matt Kempis is closing in on the top 5. We are 25 down and 25 to go. And the guy from Cambridge, Wisconsin's doing all right. Mickey Green trying to worm his way under Scotty Orr. Does so. Will Wolf is first. Dearborn is second. Green is third. Shaw is fifth. Kempis is now fifth. Richie Dearborn moving in on Billy Wolf. And this thing is far from being over. Dearborn does not give up. Billy Wolf is in. Either way, Richie Dearborn is not. 15 to go, and he's making a run on him. Christopher around. Yellow flag. Oh boy. Here they come in a hurry. Green, green, green. Wolf, Dearborn, Shaw, Green, and Kempis. Hammond and Williams and King and Watts and White. Billy Wolf, where does the Wayne Jarvis go? He'll go on the bottom, they'll go on the outside. Wolf, Dearborn, Shaw, Moore, Green, and Kenseth. 2 to go this time by. White flag! Checkered flag for Dearborn, Shaw, Mickey Green, and Kenseth. He raced his way into the BankNorth 250, and Matt Kenseth, even though he is that NASCAR Champions Divisional, he raced his way to 5th. Let's go trackside. Here's Mike Turcotte.
Thank you, Bobby Walker. Bill Wolf Jr., your last chance qualifier winner. Bill has just raced 90 laps to improve his starting position by 1 spot. This is the guy that had already qualified for the race coming in. So he is definitely a gamer. We're going to find out more from Bill. He's getting unbuckled right now. How about a nice hand for Bill Wolf Jr., Oxford Plains, the Hooligan Race winner. Bill, I got a couple of questions for you. The first one, I know the answer to, but I'm contractually obligated to ask it. We will buy your starting position for $2,000 because you won this race, or you can start 37th in the BankNorth 250.
We're definitely going to start the race. You can keep your $2,000.
Okay, Bill, now my next question. You just raced 90 laps to improve your starting spot by 1. You're going to start, you would have started 38th, now you're going to start 37th. How's it feel?
Well, this is not a big game, but if we end up finishing second in this race, then if we end up winning it, I should say, if we did gain that 1 spot, then we win on the race.
Yeah, makes sense to me. But Bill, once again, congratulations on the Hooligan Race win, and here's Wendy with your trophy.
Hey, thank you very much.
Once again, Oxford Plains, Bill Wolf Jr., the last chance qualifier winner. And then we're going to start pre-race ceremonies as we prepare for the BankNorth 250. These are the best drivers in the region. One of them is going home with a big trophy and over $25,000. What do you say, Oxford Plains? Let them hear it! And don't you think they're going to have a good time with this guy in Loudon when they find out he needed a provisional? to get in the BankNorth 250. Oxford Plains Speedway, how about it for Matt Kenseth? Starting 40th on the grid. He was the top winner in last night's ACT Dodge Tour 100. Was cut short by rain, but we've got him here today. Ricky Morris out of St. Albans. Ricky will be in the number 29. Starting 39th on the grid is Tim Brackett. I think Tim is still trying to work the kinks out of the race car. 38th on the grid in the number 72, a 2002 Oxford 250 champion out of Dixfield, Scott Robbins. Starting 37th on the field, then number 0. He was the winner in the last chance qualifier. Out of Topsom, Maine, Bill Wolf Jr. Starting 36th on the grid in car number 25. Out of Farmington, Glenn Jocelyn. I have a feeling this guy's going to be one ribbing Matt in Loudon, because he did make the field. Starting 35th on the grid, out of Concord, North Carolina, in the 97, Oxford Plains Speedway. Welcome, Kurt Busch. Starting 34th, this will be his first Oxford BankNorth 250, in car number 40, out of Gorham, Dan McCaig. One of the top runners in the Oxford Network's Pro Stock Series, week in and week out here at Oxford Plains Speedway. Starting 33rd on the grid in car number 3, out of South Portland, Mike Maeda Jr. Starting 32nd out of Biddeford, Maine, in car number 83, Donnie Whitten. Starting 31st out of South Portland, Maine, no stranger to winning races, Oxford Plains in car number 13, Mike Maeda Sr. Always a threat to win any race at Oxford Plains Speedway. Starting 30th on the grid out of Heber, Maine, number 53, Alan Wilson. Starting 29th in the field in the 01 out of Ellsworth, Maine, in the number 29, Andy Saunders. And starting 28th in car number 8 out of Farmington, Maine, Pro Stock frontrunner Cassius Clark in number 28. Starting 27th in car number 36 out of Seabrook, New Hampshire, Jay Sands. He is a 1996 Oxford 250 champion. He starts 26th on the grid today in car number 37. How about it? Chicago, Maine for Larry Jeronis. He brought you to your feet last year. He's going to try to do it again tonight. The 2003 Oxford 250 champion in car number 80, out of Turner, Maine, Ben Rowe. Starting 24th on the field, in car number 28, out of Fort Fairfield, Maine, welcome Cook Tebow. Starting 23rd in car number 44, his first time qualifier for the BankNorth 250 out of Freiburg, Maine, Brocky Gary. Starting 22nd in the 24K car out of Denmark, Maine, Pro Stock standout Travis Keel. Starting 21st on the grid in the 29X, Wiscasset, Maine's own Scott Shabak. Starting 20th in the field in the number 52, Pro Stock standout out of Gray, Maine, Paul Bossy. He was so close last year. This year, he's looking to finish the job. Out of Ipswich, Massachusetts, in the 88X, Steve Knowlton. He is a legend of Oxford Plains Speedway. Oh, I don't know what to say about Al Hammond. 75 feature wins, pro stock wins. He's just the best. Out of South Paris, Maine, in the number 1, Al Hammond. Starting 17th on the grid in car number 9 out of Standish, Maine, Bob Billaboo. Starting 16th on the grid in car number 4 out of Westbrook, Maine, Tony Rickey. Starting 15th on the grid out of Charlottetown, PEI, in the number 77, Dave Gourmet. Starting 14th in car number 53 out of Old Orchard Beach, Maine, Bill Rogers. He is the defending Pro Stock champion at Oxford Plains Speedway out of Albany Township in the number 51, starting 13th, Wolf. Out of St. Denis, Quebec, he starts 12th on the grid in the number 91, Patrick Pearl. He put an end to Ralph Mason's streak. The 2001 Oxford 250 champion out of Otisfield, Maine, in the 71, Gary Drew. We move to the top 10. Starting 10th on the grid out of Falmouth, Maine, in the number 84, Scott Mulcairn. An 8-time Pro Stock champion here at Oxford Plains Speedway out of Mercer, Maine, in the 77. Give it up for Jeff Taylor. Enough second place finishes for this guy. He's looking for the big trophy tonight. Out of Strong, Maine, in the 14, Tracy Gordon. Starting 7th on the grid out of Harrison, Maine, in the number 5, Henry Hudson III. Starting 6th in the field out of South Paris, Maine, always a threat to win the BankNorth 250, 0 Sam Sessions. What a qualifying effort from this kid. In the top 5, starting 5th out of South Portland, Kevin Kimball in the 07. A stock car legend no matter where you go. Out of Mooresville, North Carolina, in the number 2. Nice round of applause for Stan Meserve. Will be Mr. Excitement today, starting 3rd on the grid out of Center Conway, New Hampshire, in the 68, Dale Shaw. For the second straight year, he starts outside the front row. He's a 2-time Oxford 250 champion and the undisputed king of Oxford Plains Speedway. In the 24, Mike Rowe. And on the pole, he's already won a big 250 this year. What would they say about you if you won today? What a streak, huh? Folks, on the pole for the BankNorth 250 out of Howell, Maine, in the 54, Johnny Clark. Folks, we have a very special addition to the BankNorth 250 here this afternoon. Our Grand Marshal today, recently named to the NHL Hall of Fame, Boston Bruin legend. How about it for Ray Bork? Ray, the NHL Hall of Fame, that has got to be a thrill.
It really is an honor and privilege. A lot of hard work put in 22 years, and you never know what happens. And believe me, for me to be among some of the greats in hockey in the Hall of Fame is a privilege and an honor that I never thought when I all started this would happen.
Now, I know the Bruins have never been the same since you've left. Have you been keeping tabs on them, and how do you think they're going to do next year?
Well, I think they've been real competitive, and I don't think that's going to change for next year. I think a lot of people are worried right now that they're losing a few free agents, but they're going to sign their people, and they'll be good.
Sure. We have Patrick LaPearl in the field today out of Quebec. You're going to be pulling for him?
Well, I love those Canadians, and I'd like to say to everybody that's here from Canada and fellow Quebecers, un gros bonjour.
Now, Ray, I understand you're now a spokesman for BankNorth. That's going to be a fun job.
Well,
It really is a thrill to be associated with the best managed bank in America, and it's really been a lot of fun. It's been about a year now, and we're doing a lot of different things with them, and this is part of it today, and it's great to be here.
Ray, what do you think of the racing you've seen so far?
It's scary, I tell you. You know, these guys go so fast and it's so loud, and I've never really been this close to this kind of racing, and it's pretty impressive.
Ray, we're thrilled to have you as our Grand Marshal here today. On behalf of everyone at Oxford Speedway, welcome. Ray Bork, everybody. There will never be another one like him.
A tribute to the Westboro Speedway. Journey back through time with photos, films, and videos. Experience the cars, the stars, the way it was. Through the 50s to the 80s at the High Bank Quarter Mile Speedway. Plus, a look at the 2001 Westboro Speedway reunion. Order now by calling 888-RACE-VIDEO or 603-679-6796. Now you can own a part of racing history. Stars of the Winston Cup Series compete on a local short track. Not just an exhibition, but real wheel-to-wheel, no-holds-barred racing. Dale Earnhardt, Jeff Gordon, Morgan Shepherd, Ernie Irvin, Jeffrey Bodine, Davey Allison, and many more, racing pro stocks against local drivers. To order your VHS copy in hi-fi stereo sound, call toll-free 888-RACE-VIDEO. That's 888-RACE-VIDEO.